Yeah, Shivani, start.
Okay, I would like to call upon the Ministry of Social Justice and Panchayati Raj to present their budget. Akshada and team.
Yeah,
Can we get the permission to share our screen?
Who is presenting? I made Akshada.
Anurag is presenting. Anurag is presenting, ma'am.
And I would like to request everyone to switch on your cameras, please.
Ma'am, is the screen visible?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Can we start?
Yeah.
Ma'am, may I confirm my audio clarity?
Yeah, it's clear.
Yes, you are audible.
Yeah. So, warm greetings, respected ma'am, and good evening to my fellow ministry members. We take massive honor to present the budget for Ministry of Social Justice 2023. We, inspired by the vast heritage of our nation, put forward this presentation and an attempt to uphold and celebrate the unity in diversity. Firstly, I introduce our Head of Social Justice Ministry, Akshada, and Deputy Social Justice Minister, Litika. The National Commission for Scheduled Castes operates under the supervision of the Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment to ensure that scheduled castes do not suffer from exploitation and to promote and protect their socio-economic, educational, and cultural interests. Special provisions have been made in the Constitution to protect them. We demand 35 crores for this commission. And the National Commission for Backward Class was formed as an initiative for investigating the conditions and difficulties of the socially and educationally backward classes. We demand 20 crores for this commission. And the National Commission for Safai Karamcharis, NCSK, is currently a temporary non-stationary body that investigates the condition of Safai Karamcharis, waste or garbage collectors in India. And we demand 12 crores for this commission. We demand a total of 67 crores Indian rupee for all these three commissions combined. The total establishment expenditure on these three commissions, along with other commissions, consists of 147.05 CR. The capital expenditure by the government contributes to 8.05 CR.
Next up, we will look at few schemes under the Ministry of Social Justice. Scholarships for Higher Education for Young Achievers Scheme, Shreyas, for SCs has 4 sub-schemes, namely National Fellowship for SCs. This scheme provides fellowships in the form of financial assistance to students belonging to SC category who wish to pursue higher studies. We demand about 163 crores for this scheme. Free coaching for SCs and OBCs. This scheme provides coaching and good quality for economically disadvantaged scheduled castes and other backward classes. Candidates to enable them to appear in competitive examinations for obtaining admissions in higher education institutions and securing an appropriate job in the public or private sector. We demand about 47 crores for this scheme. Top class education for SCs. This scheme ensures empowerment of the SCs by providing a larger amount of scholarship for tuition fees, living expenses, and a computer to meritorious students securing admission in shortlisted top class education institutions of excellence. We demand about 111 crores for this. National Overseas Scholarships for SEs. This scheme facilitates the low-income students belonging to scheduled castes to obtain higher education through master degree or PhD courses by studying abroad, thereby improving their economic and social status. We demand about 50 crores for this scheme.
Scheme of residential education for students in high school in targeted area, Shrestha, for SEs. The objective of the scheme is to provide quality residential education at high school for the bright scheduled caste students in states or union territories in the top class residential schools available in or nearby to the district. We demand 104.65 crores for this scheme. Pradhan Mantri Dakshta or Kushalta Sampanna Hitgrahi PM Daksh Yojana, the focus of the program would be on providing high quality skills through good quality institutions so that the training can result in finding jobs or self-employment ventures. We demand 92.47 crores for this scheme. Scholarships for Higher Education for Young Achievers Scheme, Shreyas, for OBCs and EBCs. The main objective of the schemes is educational empowerment of OBC and EBC students by way of awarding fellowship in obtaining quality higher education and interest subsidy on educational loan for overseas studies. We demand 86 crores for this scheme.
SMILE is a central sector scheme which comprises several comprehensive measures for the welfare of transgender people and persons who are engaged in the act of begging, with extensive focus on rehabilitation, provision of medical facilities, counseling, education, skill development, economic linkages, etc. We demand 72.91 crores for this scheme. We demand total of 12,847.02 crores for this ministry in total. And hereby we conclude our summarization of the budget for Ministry of Social Justice. Jai Hind.
I would like to call upon the opposition Rudra Pratap and team to ask questions.
We aren't completed yet because we have another ministry,
Okay,
Panchayati.
sorry. Please continue.
Now, here we take immense pride to present the allocations, affirmations, advancements, and enhancements in Panchayati Raj Ministry 2023.
The various allocations can be classed accordingly. So let us dig deeper one by one. We demand 76 crore Indian rupee for central sector projects. Notably, they include Swamitva, survey of villages and mapping with improvised technology in village areas.
We demand 595 crore Indian rupees for the centrally sponsored schemes. These include Rashtriya Gram Swaraj Abhiyan, RGSA, out of which 0.25% is financed by the government apart from the revenue received.
And coming to other schemes and programs, we would like to incorporate the scheme of Pradhan Mantri Gram Shiksha Yojana. This aims at establishing accessible resources for people in rural India to soar towards IITs, IIMs, and other elite institutions. Hereby, we conclude by conveying our deepest gratitude for providing this irreplaceable opportunity. Jai Hind.
Team Rudra Pratap as opposition, please come up with your questions. Rudra Pratap and team.
I think they have not joined. Okay, if anybody else has any questions, they can ask.
Ma'am, may I?
Yeah, please.
So I would like to ask the Ministry of Social Justice that you have talked regarding the social justice. Society includes all of the categories: OBCs, BCs, EBCs, and even general people. What are your thoughts about the reservation of generals in institutions? Would you like to please put forward your views?
Well, essentially, when we talk about the reservation that is already present in Indian society right now, we actually are forced to call it reservation when it should be called officially as positive discrimination, because we believe in equity rather than equality. When you provide equal opportunities to everyone with a society that is already disproportionate, one is high and one is low. And that time, when you provide again equal opportunities to everyone, then the situation quite will remain same, right? Because that equality gets cancelled on both sides. So on that cases, we believe in equity so that there is equality that is attained at the end of the day.
Okay, I understand your point about equity, but what about that the people from the general category are not even able to get a good number of seats in the institutions? There are so many institutions which, due to reservation, the deserving candidates of the general category, just because of their economical background and history, are not able to get into these institutions because the OBCs and BCs are supported so much that they do not get a chance to get into institutions even when they believe they can and they have the ability to. Would you like to put forward your views on this point?
Yes, on the same note, if, well, can I believe that you're advocating equality for everyone?
Not equality, but a little bit of either you can reduce the reservations for BCs and OBCs, that general category also gets some chance of getting into good institutions that they have the ability to, or just make a small number of reservations for the general category as well, because we as people from the general category do not see as much as opportunities. We have so much of competition that we have to fight, whereas the OBC and BC sections of the community are not able to fight these competitions because they are getting admissions into good institutions on a lower percentage than the general category people.
Well,
I
that's,
believe that
I
there
guess
is
that's
not
what the
no
whole point of
difference
the,
between. I believe that there is no difference between the brains of people from the BC category or from the general category. They get the same brain, right, as humans.
There are also other ways to uplift them than this.
excuse me, can you repeat your point?
So I just wanted to say that all the humans have the same brain. There are so many people in the OBC and BC sector that they are even like more intelligent or have a great intellect than the general category people. They can earn the seats for themselves. And journal people, the people from the journal category, when they are fighting for their seats, they are trying their best because they know that we have very very less seats. There are so many students from the journal category who are in the depression because there are reservations for OBCs and BCs, and that is why they are facing like immense competition.
Well, firstly, it's general category, and secondly, as you have mentioned that everyone have the same intellect, everyone have the same brain, and everyone have capability that is restricted to their personality. So one may have more and one may have less. But coming to the different features like intellect, that differences all are in the society. So if we assume on that note, in the past, why is that equality not represented in the society when everyone should have the access to the same opportunities? Why are people subjugated, and why are few people considered superior while establishing sheer inferiority to others?
To the answer of your questions that you asked me, I just want to say that the division of the society was based on the occupation of the people back then. The division of the society has now changed because of the development and the change in mentality for the people. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I would like to put a point forward for that.
Sure.
Yeah, so as you have just mentioned, the division of society back then was based on occupation. So any kind of division, occupational, social, hierarchical, brought a change in the society that had deep lasting wounds on the face of a country. So to heal from that, a few possible measures should be taken. not forever, but needs to be taken to bring that state of equity. So as I mentioned at the start, and I mentioned right now, instead of calling it reservation, we better tend to call it positive discrimination.
I'm sorry to cut you here, but the time is up for this session, and it's time for the another ministry to present their budget.
Thank you, Shivani.